one of the great things about workshop is there's so many aspects of education that people don't know about. And one of the things is the arts in education and what our kids are doing. With us this year, with me is Leanne Mullen and Tyler Gardner from the Lake Harbor School District. And they were part of our film festival, the Rock and Roll Foundation Film Festival, Sonic Highways. So I'm going to ask you whose idea was it to get started? And tell us your position too, Tyler.
Yeah, so I'm the assistant station manager at the high school.
And I'm the manager of district communications at Egg Harbor Township.
Okay.
Yeah, so I work in the screenwriting class. I do workshops in there. And Leanna had sent me the information about the Sonic Highways Hometown Documentary series. So we took that to the screenwriting class. We're already covering treatment, so it fit in perfectly with what we were already doing. And the ball got rolling. The kids really loved the project too.
Now, how many kids were involved?
So we have a total of about 14 in our, what we call our Communications Academy in that section. Altogether, it's closer to about 70 students in the program. But we decided that it was probably a best fit for what would be our sophomores into junior level because they had the screenwriting class and then they moved on to a course where they're in now in Eagle News production.
And there were 3 students here.
Yes.
Who made it to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
How did those 3 students get selected, or were other students working on this as well?
Yeah, so all of our students completed treatments. Some of them did the same subject matter, but we chose what we felt were the 3 strongest treatments and the ones that we would probably have the easiest time actually being able to complete. Since the interviews were a big part of it too, I think that those were the most accessible people.
Now I saw 2 of them, and it's actually pretty impressive with the quality of the filming, the subject matter, and they each took a different angle on the subject that I was like, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
So, what were you most proud of when you looked at these?
I'm definitely most proud of the work that went into it beforehand that we did in screenwriting, because we told the kids right from the bat, like the kids in Freehold, they got it easy. They can do Bruce Springsteen. Like we're from Egg Harbor Township. We're not really known for our music scene, but the kids went out. Not yet. At least. But the kids went out and they were able to find these on their own. We had kind of like a suggested list of just examples that they could choose. None of them actually chose anything from that list. So that was what I was really proud of. They completely went off on their own and chose things that we didn't even recommend. So I was really proud.
I have to ask the kids how they picked those. But how many hours did they put into it? Because you can't do this just in class.
Oh, definitely no.
They had to do a lot of extra work outside of the school day.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, I can say that once they got found out that they had the green light to make these films, some students were spending hours after school trying to even just make phone calls and contact the people. And then even into the summer, we were there in the summer and using our studio, and they were going off on their own to concerts to talk with musicians and film them. And then it continued into the school year. So I probably can speak on behalf of them. They spent hundreds of hours working on this project outside of the classroom, let alone the time we allotted during the school day.
So there was no problem motivating the students on this?
No, not at all. I mean, these kids are self-starters. They want to produce things, They really want to put their minds and efforts into this art form, and I think they did a great job with it.
For people who haven't seen the films, just give us an overview very quickly how they took different paths. We're all totally different views of the music in the township. So
to start, we have Nardine's film, which is the Billy Walton Band. Billy Walton himself actually lives in Egg Harbor Township, so that worked out to be very convenient. But she had to go out to a few concerts, and we interviewed other band members that aren't even local to the area, and even some bigger ones like from Southside Johnny, and kind of getting that network together. So hers was a little bit more of what you would consider like a traditional documentary, I would say, that she kind of started at the beginning through his career and into where they are now. As far as Michael's, he did The Buzz 99.3, which is a local hip-hop station from here. So he visited the radio station and he interviewed the director of the station, and then also got some student perspective on where the history of hip-hop is and where it might be going, or seeing how that might battle with streaming devices and everything else going on today. And then Joni's is the second side, which is a alternative rock hip-hop alternative punk kind of thing, and so there's a lot of screaming, as she would tell you. But she also, and they're a little bit more at the beginning stages with their career, so she got to get to know them a little more intimately. I think her documentary had a little more of a casual feel, and you got to know their personalities a little bit more.
So and we were talking before. and the people who are subjects in these documentaries haven't seen it yet.
Right.
And so, what's your plan for that?
Yeah, so we're actually holding a screening at the high school tomorrow night. So we've invited everybody who took part in the documentary. It's going to be a good time.
I think that's going to be great.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see what their reaction is to this too, because I think it was very a positive video. I mean, it was great. So I just want to thank you and congratulate you on a great job.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you very much.
And that's two of the faculty members who started the Rock and Roll Foundation Sonic Highways Film Festival.